underway in Buffalo. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Allen. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Allen. He'll air this one out deep for Davis, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play, and 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together. That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
Being strong up the middle is imperative. I don't care what your sport, but in football, when you've got a D tackle who can contribute not only to occupying bodies, but also making plays on the ball carrier, that's when you have the cornerstone of a solid run defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They run once more with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
Pass out left, caught by Woods. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Deontay Hardy back deep. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Holding offense.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. That's Deion Dawkins, the left tackle. On the delay, here's Hines. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To the air, Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. McKenzie now to return it. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now it's Richardson. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, Run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. A big play here for Buffalo. 43 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that can spark a big burst right here.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Cook up the gut. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Allen. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Draw play. This is Hines. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. And both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20. And the Colts coming out now. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
1st down, Colts.
On first down, Richardson. Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
He's got his man. It's Pierce. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
That's what it is. That's what it is, baby. Let's go. Here you go.
Here's Richardson to throw. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Richardson to the air on first down. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Poona Ford, the one to get to him and drop him.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Man, that is deflating going into the break. You're in a position with a chance to tie the game, but this kick is off the mark, and they're going to remain 3 points down heading into the break.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brad.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline. They drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Second down, here's Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw this. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing just outside his own goal line. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And that was a young pup, the rookie being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
And now out come the Bills. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Allen. And And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. The kick by Bass is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead and pushes it up to 6. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for Indy. 45 yards. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Back to Taylor on first down. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 24 yards the gain there, another first down as well. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. He'll find Taylor, that's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
I know we saw the pass and the completion, and obviously the resulting loss of yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it. Because if you're going to try and swing it that far outside, that blocking's got to hold up to give your guy a chance.
And the defense, they weren't fooled at all.
No, not at all. Boy, were they aggressive on that one.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Bills getting set to go. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Bills on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. To return is McKenzie. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Richardson looking to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
1st and 10, Taylor now. 87 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Again, it's Taylor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. That's complete to Pierce. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Complete to Alex Pierce. An 8-yard pickup. And the Colts first down.
Get him going, baby. Let's go do this thing, baby. Let's go do this. Let's be smart. Let's play ball. They can't.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Gregory Rousseau in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Richardson. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Flushed out right. And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A 4th quarter miss like that, there's no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. To throw is Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they will take a knee here. on second down. Cook. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. Obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game, but hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win, and in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.